Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Lots of news to get into today, Xbox news and other things going on within the industry. But before we continue, if you do enjoy daily gaming news and content, share the video, like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and check out my Spotify. Link is in the description. So Black Myth Wukong, huge game that has released, sold over already 10 million copies with the release on PC and the PlayStation 5. Now, there's a lot of stuff you could get into with this game, with how it has sold so many in such a short period of time. One of the major things, as I've talked about on this channel, which I think a lot of people just kind of ignore, is that it was a major release in China, and they have a huge population there. It was highly marketed, so they have access to tons of people who are going to go out and play and purchase this game, as it is their culture that the game is based off of. Now, it did not release on Xbox. That was a major thing here that kind of plagued the Xbox fans before the release of this game, wondering when is this game going to be coming out and why was it delayed. And now it looks like we may have some more information as to why it was delayed. And this, in my opinion, is following directly on the developers themselves and less so on Xbox. In fact, this is something that is actually good to see a publisher of a platform do. Make sure that games have to pass certification and that they don't show up on the store all broken and buggy, especially because we are seeing it run on the PlayStation 5 now with so many issues. I think the game probably should have been delayed there as well. But this is the rumor that is going on here. So it says this is from Ecstasies, who has some insider information, has leaked stuff in the past, and basically it says the technical issue means that Black Myth Wukong hasn't passed Xbox's bug detection tests. Yes, hence the reason developer Game Size is yes to put a proper release date on the Xbox Series X and S version of the title. And that bug is that they failed certification on Xbox due to a memory leak issue on the Xbox Series X and S version. And it goes on here and says the team is apparently working hard to solve this issue and will date the game once it's fixed, with Black Myth Wukong reportedly close to being ready on Xbox aside from this glitch. So that is, from what we can understand here, what is going on here with Black Myth Wukong. Basically, this memory glitch, the game obviously isn't up to par to pass certification, and Xbox is not allowing this onto their store to be sold, or now not allowing it onto their platform to be sold, which is, at the end of the day, is a good thing. And you look at this, and a lot of people will be like, well, they should have maybe helped more or whatever it is, but there's only so much that Xbox can do themselves to get a game from a developer to show up on the platform to be able to be purchased and played. The developer has to be able to optimize their games and work out these issues before a release date for it. So I think going forward, I mean, if Xbox is doing this with these third-party games, hopefully they continue to do this with first-party games and make sure that everything is worked out before they are released on the platform itself, and that they pass all of these certain certifications and tests. And that's something that when we look at games releasing, we're thinking, oh, they're so buggy, there's all these things with it. Obviously, there is a threshold that needs to be met, and one of those thresholds is the game actually has to run and function and work properly. And clearly here with Black Myth Wukong, that is not happening. So we'll see when this happens. There's no date for it to be coming out, but at this point, this definitely falls directly on Game Science and being able to get their game to work on the Xbox platform. So if you're waiting for this game on Xbox, you may have to wait a little bit longer, or you can just go check it out on the other platforms that it is currently out on right now. Now, as we know, with Xbox, the ecosystem is continuously expanding. They're continuously putting games into more places, and they're putting Game Pass onto more things like the Amazon Fire Stick, and they are continuing to expand that out even more here, as we have this tweet here from Tom Warren saying Microsoft is bringing Xbox Cloud Gaming to 2 additional Amazon Fire TV devices today. So right now these will be available. It is the Fire TV Stick 4K Max 1st Gen and the Fire TV Cube 3rd Gen. So previously, I believe it was only available on the 2nd Gen devices, but now, if you have those 1st Gen devices, you are going to be able to access the Xbox app and access Xbox Game Pass and be able to play games through Xbox Cloud Gaming, which has improved a lot. So I've been using it a lot more recently, and this is just another one of those steps for the expansion of Xbox onto as many screens as possible. Whether you're a fan of that or not, that is the way that they're going. That is the way that the industry is going. I think this is a very smart idea to get people to just jump in to the Game Pass service if they don't really care about having the highest quality of devices. They don't really care about the frame rates and the high image fidelity and all that stuff and counting pixels, and they don't care about downloading stuff. They just want to jump in right away, play a game, whatever's available there. They have good internet. This is honestly a perfect option for a lot of people. Now, we also have some more information here about a new game that looks like is coming to Xbox Game Pass in September of 2024. Again, this is from Ecstasies with a Xbox Game Pass scoop here, and it looks like it is going to be Riders Republic that will apparently go live for Xbox Game Pass members on September 11th. Now, Riders Republic is a game that I've played a decent amount of. I played it when it first came out. It is an extremely fun game. If you haven't checked it out, if you like extreme sports and tons of variety from biking to snowboarding, skiing, wingsuits, BMX, skateboarding, like there's so many things to do in this game. It's just a massive open world of extreme sports with lots of fun activities that are always going on in there. So it's a really good get, and bringing this Game Pass is obviously going to just boost the amount of people playing this game. I think it has pretty decent player numbers, or at least when I was playing it, it had good decent numbers. I'm not really sure where it's at right now, but putting it to Game Pass will get a boost, and you're going to be able to go in there and just take part in all the stuff that is happening. So really fun game. If you like extreme sports, make sure to keep your eyes out for Riders Republic going into Xbox Game Pass. Now, we got some more announcements here for Call of Duty. We finally got the multiplayer trailer for this game, and it looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. The Omni movement is looking like it's going to be great. Apparently now you're going to be able to actually dolphin dive out of water and stuff because of this new Omni movement feature that is coming in. And when we've already seen this game, we've already seen multiplayer from the leaks that did occur, and I thought that it looked pretty good. I actually thought the leaks were helping the hype for this game with Omni movement, because when they had announced Omni movement, people were unsure as to if this was going to be a good addition to Call of Duty. But those leaks, I think, put a lot of people's fears to rest. But here's the new trailer that did come out. It's going to be releasing with 16 all new multiplayer maps. Omni movement, of course. Gunsmith is in here. Classic Prestige, which is nice to see coming back. Tomahawks and the RCXD cars will all be available here for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Extremely excited for this. And of course, this is one of these games that is going into Xbox Game Pass day one. Beta is just in a couple of days, so we're going to get our first taste here as to how this game looks and feels and plays, and I will definitely be jumping in. And as we know, with Call of Duty, one of the things that they have to do here is put it onto the Nintendo Switch. And there's a rumor here, because today at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So maybe you're watching this video after this announcement has occurred, but a Nintendo Direct is occurring, partner showcase, followed by the Indie World, which they always have some pretty cool games shown off here with the Nintendo Directs. But with that happening, there is this rumor that Call of Duty could be announced here at the Nintendo Partner Direct. And this comes via a tweet from Call of Duty BR, which put eyes, I believe, here on the Nintendo Direct tweet. Now, I think this is actually been deleted. So they may have kind of gotten in trouble or something, or realized that they should not have tweeted this out. It is deleted now at this point, but it was from Call of Duty Brazil's Twitter, and they put the eyes on the Nintendo accounts and everything. And maybe they're going to be announcing something here for Call of Duty. Would it be Black Ops 6? I don't think so, but could it be another sort of Call of Duty? I don't know how Black Ops 6 would even run on the current Nintendo Switch. That's going to be coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2, I would assume, but it looks like there will be some sort of Call of Duty here that's coming over. And some of the rumors or speculation as to what this could be, it could be a Call of Duty mobile port, which would make a ton of sense. I don't see why they wouldn't want to put Call of Duty mobile on the current Nintendo Switch. I think that would just do very well. People would pick that up and play it. Or perhaps a classic collection of Call of Duty games going over to the Switch. We know with the ABK deal in Xbox, they said that they have to bring Call of Duty games to Nintendo. They're going to be coming over to Nintendo. The newer games are going to be coming over to the Nintendo Switch too. But as of right now, with Black Ops 6 releasing on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox and PC and everything, they may want to give some love to the Nintendo Switch with the amount of consoles that are out there. And I think just port over Call of Duty Mobile. That game is massive. It's fun to play. It's a decent Call of Duty. People on the Switch will download that and play that. And I think it will do very, very well. So that's what I'm thinking could happen at this Nintendo Direct. But we will see just in a matter of hours if you're watching this right at 8 a.m. when the video drops, or maybe we already know after you've watched this video. So let's jump over here. I'll talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro, because we know this is coming out. We talked about this yesterday, but we have some more information here via Jeff Grubb. And the fact that this PlayStation is coming out this year. It's the worst kept secret in all of video games, and the secret is becoming worse and worse kept because of more information, specifically here from Jeff Grubb during his Games Mess morning show. It says here that he reacted to the report that the PS5 Pro is apparently an open secret at Gamescom recently, which is what we talked about yesterday. And he says, the last I heard, this thing, the PS5 Pro, is still coming out this year. More recently, what I've heard is there's probably going to be a state of play, not a showcase, by the end of September. So that's more than likely where it's going to be announced, unless they have a state of play and then randomly have their own showcase here for the PS5 Pro. But that would mean that they're going to have it in September, and they're probably going to announce a release date for this thing in October, maybe the beginning of November, but I would probably put it in October. And they're going to prepare for major game releases, even a game like Call of Duty that they would want on the PlayStation 5 Pro. The question here will be the price. People are thinking it's going to be about $600. And I think that makes sense, because right now you have to look at where they are pricing the current PlayStation 5, and the prices just aren't dropping. We're 4 years into this generation. There's been no price cuts. There's some deals here and there during like Black Friday and over Christmas and stuff, but those are just for a short period of time. There's been no official price cut on these consoles. The PS5 Pro is obviously going to be priced higher. I could even see it being $650 just with the way that the industry is going. Then you also have to ask yourself, who's going to buy this thing? It's not going to be a huge seller, especially if it's not like a massive jump here in technology, which I don't believe it is going to be. And we also know that the next generation is just around the corner over the next couple of years or so, where that will be a much bigger jump from the base PS5 and the current Xbox Series X. So not really sure who the PS5 Pro is for other than enthusiasts. So that will be a small market in terms of who buys this thing. I do hope that maybe this will also just lead to an overall price cut to the PlayStation 5, and then Xbox will have to react to that and reduce the price of the Xbox Series X. But we will see what happens here. I am excited for the official announcement so we can stop speculating and so that we know what is going to be going on. Okay, let's talk about Lies of P, because this is a kind of an interesting announcement here, or an interesting find, I guess you could say. Lies of P, the first game came out. A lot of people did love it, and it looks like they are working on a sequel, but it's going to be open world. And this was found in a job listing for a field level designer, and one of the preferred qualifications they say here is extensive experience playing open world games. And one of the key points they have in this job listing is for action creation, tool development, mini game development, and open world experience. So Lies of P, just as a linear game, from all of the reviews and everything, was a very good game. They're looking to make this into a more open world, which would kind of put it more in line, I guess you could say, with Elden Ring. Maybe they're looking at the Elden Ring formula and just really trying to replicate that because of how successful that game was. I don't know if it'll be easy to replicate Elden Ring with how good that game was and how popular it was, but we will see if NeoWiz will be able to knock this out of the park. I mean, their first attempt was great, so we'll see if they can do the open world thing and bring the Elden Ring experience to the world of Pinocchio, I guess you could say. Now, let's talk about this, because there's always a discussion about multiplayer games, or multi-platform games, I should say. Everyone always just looks at Xbox and thinks that Xbox here is the only company that puts their games on multiple platforms. We know that's not the case. You look at PlayStation, they are following in line with Xbox. Not as fast, maybe not to the full extent, at least right now, but they definitely are. They already have games on Xbox. They already have games on multiple platforms, PC, Nintendo, and there is going to be more here. As we know, Lego Horizon Adventures is releasing on the Nintendo Switch. This is a first-party PlayStation IP, and it looks like that this announcement could be coming at the Nintendo Direct. This is from Gematsu, who puts out, according to PlayStation.com's homepage, Lego Horizon Adventure is launching November 14th, possible Nintendo Direct announcement. And this will be an interesting thing to see if they do announce the release date at the Nintendo Direct today. Of course, if you're watching this video after that, we will know, but this will bring us back to all of the things that people were talking about when Indiana Jones was announced for PS5 at the Games Night opening night live. This would be a similar thing here from PlayStation. They're giving an official release date in a show on a competitor's show here, which to me would kind of be even worse than putting it just on a generalized show with everybody in there if you care about that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, this is good. More people playing it. I'm totally fine with it. Question is, will this ever come over to Xbox? Probably not at this point, maybe in the future, but we will see here with Lego Horizon Adventures releasing on the Nintendo Switch. How well will it do as well on the Nintendo Switch? Lego games generally do pretty good. They have a pretty big fan base, so I won't be surprised if this continues with that line of sales and everything that goes on here with those Lego games. But I'm going to end the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.